ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. This is video number 3 on Savanubhuti or self-realization of Adi Shankaracharya. देहो अहमित्ययं मूढो धृत्वा तिष्ठतो जनः मम यामित्यपि ज्ञात्वा घटदृष्टेव सर्वदा. Aho, alas, moodha, ignorant janah person, ghat drashteva, like a person seeing a pot, mam yamiti, that this is mine, sarvada, ever, gyatva, knowing, api, even, ahem, this, dehe, body, iti, that, dhritva, holding the view, tishtati, rest, contented. How strange is it that a person ignorantly rests contented with the idea that he is the body, while he knows it is as something belonging to him and therefore apart from him, even as a person who sees a pot knows it is as apart from him. The idea that he is the body, this is the view of Lokyanikas, Indian materialist, who maintain that man is no more than a fortuitous concourse of material elements. According to them, the five elements of matter, through permutations and combinations, have given birth to this body as well as to life and consciousness, and with death everything will dissolve into matter again. Stanza number 24. ब्रह्मैवाहं समः शान्तः सच्चिदानन्दलक्षणः न अहं देहो हयसद्रूपो ज्ञानमृत्युच्यते बुद्धिः अहम् I Brahma eva verily asmi am yet because aham I samaha equanimous shantah quiescent Satchidanand Lakshana by nature absolute existence knowledge and bliss asmi am aham I as Sadrupa non-existence itself they have the body nahi never. Asmi am iti this buddhi by the wise jnanam through knowledge uchyate is called. I am verily Brahma being equanimous, quiescent and by nature absolute existence, knowledge and bliss. I am not the body which is non-existence itself. This is called true knowledge by the wise. I am verily Brahma. I, the self or Atma, is Brahma, as there is not even a single characteristic differentiating the two. In other words, there are no two entities as Atma and Brahma. It is the same entity, Atma, that is sometimes called Brahma. When a person makes an inquiry into the real nature of this external world, he is led to one ultimate reality which he calls Brahma. But an inquiry into the nature of the inquirer himself reveals the fact that there is nothing but the Atma, the self, wherefrom the so-called external world has emanated. Thus he realizes that what he so long called Brahma, the substratum of the universe, is but his own self. It is he himself, so it is said, all this is verily Brahma, this Atma is Brahma. Mandukya Upanishad 2. I am not the body, I am neither the gross, subtle, nor the causal body. Stanza number 25. Nirvikaro, Nirakaro, Nirvado, Aham Vyay, Na Aham Deho, Visdrupo Gyan, Jnanam apichyate buddhi. Ahem, ahem I, nirvikara without any change, nirakara without any form, nirvadya free from all blemishes, avyaya undecaying, asmi am, ahem, etc. I am without any change, without any form, free from all blemish and decay, I am not, etc. निरामयो निराभासो निर्विकल्पयो हम आततः न अहम देहो हयुषद्रुपो ज्ञानम प्युच्यते बुद्धि अहम आई निरामय not subject to any disease निराभास beyond all comprehension निर्विकल्प free from all alteration आततः all pervading अस्मि am ahem, etc. I am not subject to any disease. I am beyond all comprehension, free from all alternatives and all pervading. I am not, etc. I am beyond all comprehension. I am not comprehended by any thought, for in the Supreme Atma no thought, the thought of the subject and the object, the knower and the known, not even the thought of the self and the non self, not self is possible, as all thought implies a duality, whereas the Atma is non dual. Stanza number 27. Nirgano niskriyo nityo nityamukto aham pyut aham tyutah na aham deho ayisdrupo jnanam tyuchyate buddhi. Ahem, I nirguna without any attribute, niskrah without any activity, nitya eternal, nitya mukta ever free, achyuta imperishable, asmi am, ahem, etc. I am without any attribute or activity. I am eternal, ever free and imperishable. I am not, etc. Stanza number 28. Nirmalo nischalo antatah shuddho aham mazro amroh na aham deho visdrupo jnanam atyuchyate buddhi. Ahem, I, Nirmala, free from all impurity, Nischala, immovable, Ananta, unlimited, Shuddha, holy, Ajrah, undecaying, Amrah, immortal, Ahem, etc. I am free from all impurity. I am immovable, unlimited, holy, undecaying, and immortal. I am not, etc. Stanza number 29. Saudehe Shovanam Santam Purusakhyam Che Sammatam Kim Murkha Sunnim Atmanam Deha Atitam Krosi Bho. Bho Murkha, O you ignorant one, Savdehe Avasthitam, residing in your own body, Deha Atitam, beyond the body, Sobanam, blissful. Purushakham, known as Purusha, Cha expletive, Sammatam, established by the Shruti as identical with Brahma, Santam, ever existent, Atmanam, Atma, Kim, why, Sunyam Karosi, assert as absolutely non existent. O you ignorant one, why do you assert the blissful, ever existent Atma which resides in your own body and is evidently different from it, which is known as Purusha and is established by the Shruti as identical with Brahma to be absolutely non existent? Why do you assert absolutely non existent? In the preceding stanzas, when all the attributes that the human mind can conceive of having been denied of Atma, one is naturally assailed by the doubt whether such an Atma at all exists. To remove this doubt, it is here said that Atma is a fact of everybody's experience and as such, its existence cannot be challenged. Therefore, there is no reason to call it Sunya or absolute non existence. Stanza number 30. Sav, Svatmanam Irenum Murkha Tvam Shrutaya Yuktaya Chaya Purusham Deha Atitam Sadakaram Sudardasham Bhavadrishai. Bho Murak, O you ignorant one, Tvam you, so Atmanam, your own self, Shrutaya, with the help of Shruti, Yuktaya, by reasoning, Che also, Purusham, Purusha, Deha Atitam, beyond the body, Sadakaram, the very form of existence, Kintu, but Bhav Adrishya, by persons like you, Sudardasham, every difficult to be seen, Renu Avadharya, realize. Oh, you ignorant one, try to know with the help of Shruti and reasoning your own self Purusha, which is different from the body, not a void but the very form of existence, and very difficult for persons like you to realize. With the help of Shruti, with the help of such Shruti text, etc., subtler than this Atma, that is the body, which is full of flesh and blood. There is another Atma, Taittiriya Upanishad 2, decimal 2. It is thus clearly stated that the Atma, which is sometimes mistaken for the body, is in fact quite different from it. Persons like you, persons of your caste of mind who, on account of their great attachment to the body, overlook the vital differences which exist between the body and the Atma and blindly assert their identity. हम शब्देन विख्यात एक एवं सिद्धतः परम सथुर सत्वनेकातम प्राप्त कथम स्यादे अखय पुमानः Paraha, beyond the body, Purusha, Purusha, Aham Sabden, by the word, I Vikhyat, known ek eva, as only one, Sithata, existing, Asti is Thola, the gross body, too, on the other hand, Anek Tam, manifest, manifoldness, Prapta hai, obtained tadaso dehika the body katham how pumana purusha sayat can be. The supreme purusha known as I is but one, whereas the gross bodies are many. So how can this body be purusha? Stanza number 32. अहम दृष्टतया सिद्धो देहो दृश्यतया सिद्धतः मम आय मिति निर्देशात कथम शादेहकः पुमान. Ahem, I, दृष्टया as the subject of perception, siddha, established, asmi, am. They have the body, drishyataya as the object of perception, siddha, exist. I am this, mam is, mine, iti, nirdeshat, on account of this description, dehaka, etc. I, ego is well established as the subject of perception, whereas the body is the object. This is learned from the fact that when we speak of the body, we say this is mine. So how can this body be Purusha? This is mine. That is, the body is something which I possess and therefore external to me. So there is not the least chance of its being identified with me. That is Atma. Stanza number 33. अहम विकारहीनस्तु देहो नित्यं विकारवाणः इति प्रतीयते साक्षातः कथं स्यादेहकः पुमान् अहम I vikarहीन without any change asmi am देह the body too but nityam ever vikarvan undergoing changes iti this sakshata directly pratyate is perceived dehaka etc. It is a fact of direct experience that the I, Atma, is without any change, whereas the body is always undergoing changes. So, how can this body be Purusha? The I, Atma, is without any change in happiness or misery, in childhood, youth, or old age. Atma, in spite of many changes in the body, remains the same. As how do we recognize a person to be the same man again and again, even though his body and mind have undergone a thorough change? Stanza number 34. Yasmat parmiti shrutaya taya purush lakshanam vinirnitam vimudhen katham syadehakapuman vimudhen vigto mudham bhavo yasmat ten. By the wise yasmat param, there is nothing higher than he, etc. Iti this taya shrutaya, by that shruti text. Purusha Lakshamanam, the nature of the Purusha, Vinirnitam, is ascertained Dehaka, etc. Wise men have ascertained the real nature of Purusha from the Shruti text. There is nothing higher than he, Purusha, etc. So, how can this body be Purusha? From that Shruti text, the text occurs in the Sweta Swatara Upanishad, third stanza 9 as follows. There is nothing higher, subtler or greater than this Purusha, who stands in the luminous sphere, supremely unique and immovable like a tree, and by whom all this creation is filled. Stanza number 35. Sarvam Purusha Aveti Sukte Purusha Sangite Apruchate Yatah Shrutyam Katham Shadehaka Pumana Yatah, because Shrutya, by the Shruti, Purusha Sangite Sukte, in the Pithi text known as the Purusha Sukta, Api also, Purus Abam Idam Sarvam, all this is verily the Purusha. Iti thus Uchate is declared, Tatah so Dehaka, etc. Again, the Shruti has declared in the Purusha Sukta that all this is verily the Purusha. So, how can this body be Purusha? The Purusha Sukta, it forms a part of the Rig Veda. There we find one of the highest conceptions of the cosmic being wherefrom this universe has emanated. The text here referred to is this. The Purusha is verily all this manifested world. He is all that was in the past and that will be in the future. He is that he is the Lord of the abode of bliss and has taken transient form of the manifested universe so that the jivas may undergo the effects of their actions. Rig Veda part 10.90 stanza 2. असंग पुरुष प्रोक्तो बृहदान्यों के पीछे अनंत मलम संश्लिष्ट है कथम शादेह कैपमान अपीच सो ऑल्सो बृहदारण्यके इन द बृहदारण्यकया उपनिषद पुरुष है पुरुष असंग अनअटैच्ड प्रोक्त इज सैड ततः सो अनंतम लक्षिष्ट be smeared with innumerable impurities, dehaka, etc. So also it is said in the Brihadaranyaka that the Purusha is completely unattached. How can this body wherein In here innumerable impurities be the Purusha. The Purusha is completely unattached. This reference is to the following passages. The Purusha is not accompanied in the waking state by what he sees in dream, for he is completely unattached to everything. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad chapter 4 dot 3, 15 and 16 stanza. So I end this video number 3 here, and please like, comment and share the video and subscribe the channel. Thanks a lot. Next video number 4 I will start with the stanza number 37. Thanks a lot, my dear friends. Namaskar.